What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
Welcome in, everybody, to episode 143. I am your host, SleezBall. Today's episode will be my Week 11 tight end ranking tiers, top 30. Before we dive into it, guys, make sure you smash that like, make sure you smash that subscription, turn that bell on. I will be live tomorrow before the game, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday as well, answering all your guys' questions. So if you guys have anything that doesn't pertain to this video, you can drop it in the comments. I try to answer every single one of them to get you that ultimate goal of a championship and get you that weekly win, guys. And if you want to check out my kicker, defense, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, those are all out. And I'm going to work on getting my stardom sit-ems out right after that, and some sleepers plays here and some smash starts as well, guys. Let's dive into my tight ends for week 11. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is my tight end board heading into week 11 here. Ballers tier at the top, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. At the bottom here, you'll see, tight ends that are out or injured out for the year. Eric All, Luke Musgrave still hurt. Noah Fant, we don't know if he's going to be out there or not. And on the bottom right side, these are the 4 teams on a bye. So Tampa Bay, Cade Otton, Trey McBride for the Arizona Cardinals. Jatavion Sanders, man, he's been coming on for the Carolina Panthers as well. And Theo Johnson is on a bye as well here, guys. Now, heading into my tight end 1 baller tier here of the week, number 1 is going to be George Kittle Diddle down the middle. This guy has just been an absolute fantasy football monster, guys. Tight end 1 overall in the season, 14 points, 25 points, 16 points, 22 points, 20 points, 14 points, 20 points. He's only had 1 game under 10 points, and that was the first game of the season. Now, I know he's dealing with a little hamstring tightness right now, or irritation to the hamstring, so make sure you're paying attention for the updates heading forward. But with CMC out there, it opens up everything in the offense, and George Kittle is just going to eat the rest of the season. Tight end number 2 is going to be Travis Kelce, and ever since the addition of D-Hop, it feels like it's just opened up so much more for Travis Kelce this season. Like, if you look at when they had Rashee Rice was taking most of the targets. Now it's kind of flip-flop. DeAndre Hopkins is out there, but Kittle is just getting volume galore lately, man. It's absolutely crazy. So you get the Buffalo Bills now. The Buffalo Bills rank 12th versus tight end, giving up 10.6. They rank 11th in the red zone. They give up 44.9 yards, but a 0.1 chance for a touchdown. So could be a little different look here for Travis Kelce heading into this week, but in a big matchup versus Buffalo with playoff implications on the line, he's still going to get fed. So in the past 3 weeks alone, he's been averaging 13 targets a game. That is ridiculous, and that is what you want at the tight end position. Heading into tight end 3, it's like back to the old days here. Kittle, Kelce, Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is back. It was always Mark Andrews. Oh, my back, man. I have like a pulled muscle in my back, so if you hear me like talk like that, it's why. So Mark Andrews, past 4 out of the 5 weeks, 15 points, 20 points, 14 points, 18 points. He's just becoming the Mark Andrews of old. He seems like the focal point of the offense now. I know Zay Flowers has his pop games here and there, but you get the Pittsburgh Steelers this week, and this is the same kind of thing for the Travis Kelce. A tougher defense, a huge matchup with playoff implications, and the Steelers defense, if they have any weak spot at all, it is versus the tight end. They rank 18th. They give up 11 points a game. They rank 21st in the red zone, so the touchdown upside is very high. They allow 40.1 yards and about a 0.3 touchdown chance to the tight end per game here. Moving on to number 4, the volume king, Brock Bowers. So literally since the trade of Devontae Adams, Brock Bowers has just been the pick of fantasy that if you drafted him, you're enamored, right? So just look at his past weeks here. 27, 14, 20, 10, 15.5, averaging about 10 targets a game as a rookie. Unbelievable volume. Volume is king for the Las Vegas Raiders here. And I know their offense is going to be playing from behind probably every single game for the rest of the season. So you're going to get the opportunities galore. You get the Miami Dolphins. It is a tough matchup. They rank 8th versus the tight end, giving up 9.7. They rank 7th in the red zone. So about a top 8 defense all the way around, and 42 yards as well, which is top 10 as well. But again, you're in an offense where you have Jacoby Myers literally as the only other threat, and it's going to be the Brock Bowers show the rest of the way. And you have a rookie, and rookies are never really sat down. So, no matter how bad the season gets, he's always going to be out there, even in garbage time as well, which will really help him as a tight end this season. Number 5, fresh off the bye, David Njoku. gets the New Orleans Saints this week. The New Orleans Saints defense versus the tight end right now, they rank 17th. They give up 10.9. They rank 8th in the red zone. So again, a possible tough matchup here. But in the red zone with David Njoku, he's a physical specimen. I don't really look at defenses like it can stop him because he's so big in the red zone. They give up 56 yards as well to the tight end position, which is bottom 10. So it's a smash matchup for him there yardage wise, and about 0.1 touchdowns to the tight end position a game. And I mean, you got a game here where both these teams are pretty much out of it. He's getting healthy off the bye. He's been banged up a little bit here and there this season, and I expect David Njoku to absolutely smash this week. Number 6, Kyle Pitts. So up and down roller coaster ride with week 9, then he bounces back week 10. I mean, a bounce back game for a tight end could be 7 points at this point in the season. So now Kyle Pitts is in a matchup here where it could be, how do I explain it here with the Denver Broncos? The Denver Broncos, their weak spot as well. So I put them like the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're my number 1 defense on the season. They're a top defense, but if they have a weak spot, it's first to tight end. They rank 21st. They give up 11.7 points per game. They rank 13th in the red zone, so about a top 15 to 16 defense all the way around. 46 yards they give up and a 0.3 chance for a touchdown. And you're going to be at Mile High in this game. You're going to have Patrick Surtain most likely guarding Drake London, opening up more for Kyle Pitts, possible Mooney as well here. And they're coming off that ugly game versus Saints, so I expect them to get right back on track here and feed Kyle Pitts in this game. Heading down to tier 1, tight end number 7, T.J. Hawkinson. So ever since the return, he's just literally come out and seen an average of 6.5 targets. He ramped up a little bit here. He went from 5 points to 15 points. Snap share didn't go up that much, though. So you're possibly even going to see more work here. He saw 9 targets on 45% of the snaps last week versus Jacksonville. Obviously, Jacksonville's defense is terrible. We know that. So, I mean, that was a given. Now you get the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans is a tough defense. They rank 6th versus the tight end. They give up 9.3. They rank 19th in the red zone. They give up 36.4 yards and a 0.2 chance for a touchdown. Now, in the game, oh my God, my back. In the game, do you think the Vikings just blow them out of the water here and it becomes more of a run game? That's a possibility that could happen here. I still like TJ Hawkinson a lot, though, this week. Number 8, and you got to pay attention to the injury updates here for Dalton Kincaid. So Dalton Kincaid went out last week, came back into the game late, tried to work back in. They had a big lead, so they didn't push him. And, you can see that he said, I tried to get back out there, but I didn't feel like I could run on it, but I'm still day to day. So I think he's going to be out there. This is too big of a game versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And the matchup, guys, is beautiful. So if he's out there and healthy versus the Chiefs, I have him lower right now because just the situation. And we don't know if Amari Cooper is going to be out there either. So the Kansas City Chiefs are dead last versus the tight end. They give up 16.4 points per game. That ranks 32nd. They rank 14th in the red zone, so they stingy up there. But they give up 77.6 yards to the tight end position, which is also dead last. So if Dalton Kincaid can get out there healthy in a monster game with playoff implications and everything like that, and possibility chance to knock out the 9-0 Chiefs and give them that first loss, I assume he's going to be out there. Tight end number 9 on the week, Taysom Hill. So I was okay with the start with him last week for the first time, like in my fantasy video history, right? And of course, the one time I do it, he gets an 88-yard touchdown called back, and he still had 7 points versus Atlanta. So with what's going on for the Saints, with no Chris Olave, with Rashid Shaheed season's over, with Tipton on IR, it's pretty much Valdez, Scantling, and Tipton's out there. Bub means is on IR. So, I mean, there's no weapons but Alvin Kamara. And you saw Jawan Johnson not do much with it. So he can be that jack of all trades play here. And you get the Atlanta Falcons. So the Atlanta Falcons defense is 19th versus the tight end. They give up 11 points. They rank 10th in the red zone. They give up 48.2 yards, which is about middle of the tier there, and a 0.2 chance for a touchdown. But you got to look at it like he also gets the rushing yards as well, right? So, I mean, even if you're looking at it, you can look at the receiving numbers, but he's still going to get carries. He's still going to get weird goal line touches. They manufacture weird stuff for Taysom Hill. So I think he's going to be an okay play here again. And I really don't like starting Taysom Hill, but he's been doing enough to start. Oh my God, my back. Sam Laporta is coming up next here. So I was really low on Sam Laporta last week, and of course he goes out only on 60% of the snaps and drops 15.6 points. He got hurt in the game as well, so he's day to day. So make sure you're checking the updates here. But you get a matchup here versus, it's beautiful, but it's versus Jacksonville. So Jacksonville is that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that I talk about in every single video here. They can't stop the quarterback. They can't stop the running back. They can't stop the wide receiver. They can't stop the tight end. And now Trevor Lawrence is ruled out. So you're going to have Mac Jones out there. So if this is a game where, the Lions get up early, it could just be Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery all the way here. And Sam Laporta could probably be, I'll probably drop him down, or not drop him down, but he could have temper your expectation kind of game here. Coming in behind him is going to be Evan Ingram. We're going to stick with that same game. I mean, it's so tough with Mac Jones. He looked terrible last week. Get the Detroit Lions. They are number 2 versus the tight end. They only lost 7.6 points. They're number 6 in the red zone. So the top 3 to 4 defense versus the tight end. 34 yards allowed, which is second best in the NFL. So it's all a nightmare game here for the Jags. But I'm still going to throw Evan Ingram out there because you only literally have him and BTJ. And you're not really going to be able to run on the Detroit Lions. You're probably going to be playing from behind. So you're going to see massive pass volume, which would still help Evan Ingram and BTJ. But, man, it's going to be ugly for the Jags in this game. Number 12 is going to be Tucker Kraft. Fresh off the bye, the Green Bay Packers are going to come out for a big game versus Chicago Bears, one of the best rivalries in football. And the Chicago Bears are like the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're like the defenses, or the other defense I was talking about at the beginning of the season, or the beginning of the video here, is they're one of the best defenses, like the Denver Broncos, Steelers, and Bears, but they're weak versus the tight end. They rank 20th versus the tight end, giving up 11.7. They rank 16th in the red zone. They give up 57.5 yards, which is bottom 10 in the NFL. And Tucker Kraft has been absolutely balling. So they're going to get Brisker back possibly in this game, and Gordon as well for the Bears. So it could be a better looking defense here. That's why I have him lower down. But still, if the Bears have any weak spot, this is it. Number 13 is going to be Dallas Goedert. Thursday night football game tomorrow. We get the Washington Commanders. They rank 14th versus the tight end, but they rank really bad in the red zone versus the tight end. They rank 25th. They give up 37.3 yards and about a touchdown every other game to the tight end position here. So Dallas Goedert has a chance to score here. It's like always like he's like the third or fourth option. So it's always tough for me to rank him because you have AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Saquon Barkley at the backfield. And, he's going to be always that low end tight end, low end, high end tight end 2, low end tight end 1, I guess, kind of play. But it's always scary with him. Jake Ferguson coming in at number 14. This one hurts, man. Cooper Rush just passed for 45 yards last week, guys. 45 as a starting quarterback. Now you get the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans are number 1 versus tight end on the season. They give up 7.4 points. But in the red zone, they rank 24th, which is weird. So they don't allow any yards at all, pretty much, with 24.7 yards. But when they get down in the red zone, they give up touchdowns. So about every other game as well for them, for the tight end position, they give up a score. Now, do I think Cooper Rush is going to be able to find Jake Ferguson for the touchdown? That's the big question. So Cooper Rush, man, has really, really hurt Jake Ferguson and the Cowboys for me. Number 15 is going to be Hunter Henry. So Hunter Henry, this matchup is beautiful. You get the Los Angeles Rams. They rank 24th versus the tight end, giving up 14.1. They rank 23rd in the red zone. They give up 60 yards to the position, which is bottom 5 in the NFL, and a touchdown every other game to the tight end position. But it's like Drake May's security blanket is there sometimes, and it's not. It's like a roller coaster ride, or the defenses are starting to key on him because they know he's pretty much the only option they have. So if you're looking at it, he'll go like 17, 9, 12, 2, 5. Like it's just every other game up and down, up and down. But he is coming off a bad game last week. So it could be a bounce back game for Hunter Henry here. The matchup is great. It's just tough with him because it's just not steady. Number 16 is going to be Zach Ertz, sticking with Thursday night football here. Going up against the Philadelphia Eagles is never fun for a tight end, though. So the Philadelphia Eagles rank 4th versus the tight end. They give up 7.9. They rank 4th in the red zone, so top 5 defense in both categories. 39 yards, which is top 5 as well, and 0 touchdowns on the season. So Zach Ertz this week, I have a tight end 16, but I don't love it at all. Coming in behind him is going to be Pat Freiermuth. And the Steelers, he got a touchdown last week. Steelers are rolling, right? They had Russell Wilson, they haven't lost a game yet. So he only played 58% of the snaps last week, which is weird to me. So the addition of Mike Williams or possible Calvin Austin back, they could be looking to run three wide receiver sets more or whatever it is. I don't know why his snap share is so low last week in a game that was close. So that was weird to me, but he still found the end zone with 3 targets, only 17 yards and a touchdown. And now you get Baltimore. So this could be a big Pat Freiermuth game here. They rank 25th versus the tight end, giving up 14.3. But again, they're one of the best run Ds. So when you have a good front seven, you're usually really good in the red zone. So they rank 9th in the red zone. They allow 68 yards, which is 3rd worst in the NFL to the tight end position, and a 0.2 chance for a touchdown. And you're going to need to score to keep up with Baltimore, right? So Pat Freiermuth, man, if you need a tight end play, he can be okay. It's just like his snap share and usage is just weird to me. So I mean, if he was out there at his 80% snap share, I'd probably have him around tight end 10 or 11 here. But I've dropped him down because I just don't know how it's going to look with the snap share I saw last week in the shootout game, or not a shootout game, but a close game. So it was just weird. Number 18, the guy I've been trying to tell you to keep your eye on since week 3. I've been on Jonnu Smith, and Jonnu Smith has now got his snap share going up. Last week was rough versus the Rams, though. He only played 43% of the snaps after playing 70 and 66. So I think he's getting more involved in the offense here. You get the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders guys ranked 29th versus the tight end, giving up 15.2. They rank second last in the red zone at 31st. They give up 60.2 yards, which is bottom 10, and a 0.6 chance for a touchdown. So about 60%, or every other game a little more than one. So, I mean, Jonnu Smith could be an okay play here, but you just have to worry about Tyreek Hill, Achane, Jalen Waddle. So he's always playing 4th fiddle here, so that's kind of rough for him. But still, if you need a dart play throw, I'm okay with it. Heading down to tier 3 here, Cole Kmet. And you now have a new offensive coordinator in town. They finally got rid of Shane Waldron, which was huge. And look at it, like his snap share is crazy. So his usage is just not there, though. So 4 points, 0 points, 3 points, 93%, 85% snap share. So think about those numbers if Pat Freiermuth was playing those numbers. That's what I'm talking about when I look at numbers, right? So Cole Kmet is out there 30% more than Pat Freiermuth, but I still have him lower, which is insane because he just doesn't look at him. You have too many weapons. You have DeAndre Swift, you have Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. He's pretty much the 5th option, and you're going up against the Green Bay Packers, and it's a good matchup. The Green Bay Packers rank 23rd versus the tight end. They give up 13.3. They rank 20th in the red zone. They give up 56.4 yards, which is bottom 15 as well, and a 0.3 chance for a touchdown. But again, it's just, do I think his 5th option is going to hit? It's always rough for me. Coming in behind him at number 20, Dalton Schultz. I'm struggling through it, man. This massive back pull. My back is hurting. I never trust this guy, period. If you watch my videos, even last week, I know Dalton Schultz, and there was no Nico Collins, right? So I know he gets a big play here and there. He got 9 points last week, 5 points, 9 points. He's never popped 10 points once this season, guys. So not even a touchdown on the year through 10 games, not being hurt is crazy to me. Now you have Nico Collins. Now you have Tank Dell back. I know they play the Dallas Cowboys, and the Dallas Cowboys are beat up across the board, right? So how is this game really going to go on Monday Night Football with Cooper Rush, who just passed for 45 yards? You know, this could be a full send Joe Mixon game here, right? The Dallas Cowboys, they do rank 27th in the red zone versus the tight end, though, so there is a touchdown upside. But still, when you have Nico Collins back out there, he's now becoming the 3rd or 4th option again, which is something you don't like. Number 21 is going to be Isaiah Likely. So he hasn't practiced yet, so make sure you're paying attention to the updates. We talked about the Raven game already here. Number 22 is going to be Mike Gesicki. He let me down last week, big time, man. Tanner Hudson, like what was going on there? He still played 71% of the snaps, which is something you got to like. He saw 9 targets, guys. So still, the volume is there. You play the LA Chargers, and the LA Chargers are one of the top defenses, but to go along with the Chicago Bears, Denver Broncos, and Steelers, this is the only Charger weak spot is the tight end. They rank 13th. They give up 10 points. They do rank number 2 in the red zone, so they're very good there. And they give up 50 yards, which is middle of the pack there as well. And, you know, you have Eric All out for the season with the IR injury, so Gesicki's snap share is still going to be through the roof. the rest of the season. It's just, man, I didn't like seeing those other tight ends get involved. Hitting out of tier 4 here, Will Dissly. And shockingly enough, Will Dissly has been the 4th most targeted tight end over the past 4 weeks. And you get the Cincinnati Bengals here. The Cincinnati Bengals rank 30th versus the tight end. They give up 15.4. They rank 29th in the red zone. They give up 60 yards, which is bottom 10. And they give up a 0.6 chance for a touchdown. It's almost every other game. And I know you still have kind of a tight end share, split share going on where he's 54%, 60%. But the matchup is great. And the targets he's seeing on first read is crazy. So if you need a tight end plug and play, I'm okay with Will Dissly this week. We're going to kind of rapid fire to the rest of these guys because we're at the bottom of the tight ends, but I do like to go through 30 here. So tight end number 24 is going to be Tyler Conklin. He's been kind of washed in and out with Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams edition, and he's not really going to be involved much. Dawson Knox is very interesting, guys. If Dalton Kincaid is ruled out, I will put Dawson Knox in my top 12 tight ends. That's how good the matchup is versus KC. So make sure you're paying attention to the injury updates there. Man, heading out of tier 5, Colby Parkinson has just been phased out with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. I'm going to leave him at the bottom. Next to him is going to be Chig Okonkwo. And man, it has just been the Calvin Ridley show for Tennessee since the departure of D-Hop. Yeah, he sees 3 to 4, a game with 3 or 4 targets is probably the best he's going to see. So volume is not great there, and the touchdown upside is not great as well. Coming down to tight end number 28 here. It is going to be Jawan Johnson, and I just don't trust it. So you could say all the injuries that are out there, right? You have Olave down, Rashid Shaheed down. It's pretty much Alvin Kamara. And he goes out there and he plays 58% of snaps and sees 3 targets. Taysom Hill sees more targets. So I'm not even worried about Jawan Johnson in any way, shape, or form here. Thanks for rocking with me today. That is the end of the episode, man. Sorry, the energy is down. I don't know what happened at the gym, but dude, it's like one of those muscles where it's just pulled so bad. But before we head out, guys, make sure you smash that like, make sure you smash that subscription, turn that bell on. It helps me out a ton. I will try and get my Stardom Sit-em videos out either by Thursday, Friday combined together. I'll probably do my smash starts and my sleeper plays today as well, guys. And again, I'll be live tomorrow before the game, taking 2 hours of questions. And if you can't make any of the live streams this weekend, you can always drop any comment you want down below. I try to answer every single one of them for you guys. And that's it for me in this video, man. SleezBall out. Hope to see you guys in the next one.